Next we're going to have a voice from the community. So we're going to have someone speaking from the community, and that's actually going to be Taki Hall, who is a youth organizer with the Providence Student Union.
Hey, I'm Tati, and I prefer the pronouns they, them, theirs. And just to clarify, I am extremely nervous of all this study. Let me start by reminding you that being a young, broke, queer, trans kid ain't easy.
Amen.
Everything seems to be a challenge, from self-acceptance to finding an accepting place in society. I am thankful and privileged to be here today to tell you guys that my coming out story, thankfully, has been a lot smoother than some of my friends. It was middle school, such an awkward time in everyone's life, and after 2 years of trying to fit in, I realized that a person like myself cannot fit into a society that is as fucked up as this one. I could never be one of those straight cis girls. I crushed on girls, and I always hated the feeling of wearing a dress. It wasn't until my girl best friend kissed me on our walk home from school that I realized that I had my first girlfriend. In the hood, things travel quick, so the news that I had a girlfriend got to my mom. Every day that passed, the elephant in the room grew bigger. I tried my best to avoid having this conversation until one day after school, my mom and her therapist sat me down, and before I had the chance to escape, she dropped it on me. "Tatiana, do you like girls?" My face quickly turned, and my legs bounced a little quicker, and I mumbled the word yes. Let's take a moment to recognize the strength. The strength of a 13-year-old girl being able to come to terms with herself. The strength of being able to find the confidence to come out. I know my coming out story is nothing new. For years, trans folks like us have continued to live lives that at times seem unbearable, but we continue to fight. Just by staying alive, trans folks are forced to resist. I believe that family and community are the biggest factors in my life that make it possible for me to combat these systems. I feel like I found a community that holistically supports me by prioritizing folks like myself, by creating safe healing spaces where we come together to express ourselves and to support one another in creating change. Throughout my experience with the community, I've been able to have a place where my opinions are validated, a place where I have learned how to recognize oppressive systems and have been empowered in a fight that seems like it has been rigged against people like us. Another way that I resist is through my work at the Providence Student Union. We are currently running the Student Bill of Rights campaign, which is a list of 22 rights that students and community members have decided to advocate for in Providence high schools, including Article 11, which states that students have the right to feel safe on school campus. We are asking for no more police presence in schools. Removing the police from the schools is a way to resist the school-to-prison pipeline, which has been holding us down for years. Personal article that could make life easier for trans students is Article 12, which states that students have the right to personal space and privacy, meaning that students have the right to access a gender-inclusive bathroom and changing facilities. I think that as a Providence community, we need to normalize spaces like this, where we can fight for what we believe in and doing it by expressing yourself, making that accepted all throughout society. Being trans is hard. It means getting disrespected, outcasted, ignored, and targeted, but you see, it's not just being trans that makes you an other, but being black, being an immigrant, being poor, you see, it's all of us. We should remember that in order to be successful at resisting, we need to take care of one another by making space for everyone. And we need to take care of ourselves by giving credit where it's due, and we sure have done a lot of work. But there's a lot more that needs to be done. Whether it is by supporting an organization or internally healing yourself, we all have so much to do, but I promise you that it'll be worth it.